A two-point perspective drawing is a drawing of a three-dimensional object on a flat surface. This kind of drawing can give us a lot of information about the object we are drawing. In this case, you can see a top view and two side views. A two-point perspective drawing always starts from a corner in the front. This is different to a one-point perspective that always has a flat surface in the front. In other words, a two-point perspective drawing always allows us to look at an object from its corner. Whenever we do one or two-point perspective drawings, we use a pencil. We use very light lines that will enable us to erase any mistakes we make later on. You can draw freehand, or if you prefer, use a ruler. Either way, it has to be a neat drawing and it has to include straight lines. We always start two-point perspective drawings from the corner in the front. We always start by drawing a horizontal line from one side of the page with your pencil and a ruler all the way across to the other side. This line is called the horizon line, and all diagonal lines will lead towards one of the points on this line. Add 2 points on top of the horizon line. It's ideal when they are quite close to the edge of your line and quite a distance away from each other. These dots are called the vanishing points, and that's where the 2 point in two-point perspective drawing comes from. They should really be little dots and not big circles. You should hardly be able to see them on your line. For the purpose of this demonstration, we're going to draw a cube like this red one. To start, you want to draw the front corner of your object. I'm drawing a vertical line here, the same length as my object's corner. Next, we will connect the two ends of this line to the 2 vanishing points. I start at the top and draw one line to the vanishing point on the right and another line to the vanishing point on the left. I do exactly the same thing at the bottom of my corner line. Then I have to determine how long the sides of my cube need to be. And I draw in a vertical line that shows how long each side should be. What is very important is that this vertical line should be parallel to both this and this vertical line. All vertical lines in a two-point perspective drawing are parallel to each other. To finish my object, I now connect the top ends of the last 2 vertical lines to the vanishing points as well. I can now clearly see the outline of my cube forming. It's always better to outline the cube in a dark pencil line. If you want, you can also do it in a colored pencil to make your object really pop out of your page. If I want to draw my object as a see-through object, like for example in a glass cube, I would also need to connect the bottom of the vertical lines to the 2 vanishing points. That will allow me to show the inside of the cube. There you go. Now you can see through the object. Remember, where you start drawing will determine which sides of the object you can see. Whenever you draw an object that lies on top of the horizon line, you'll only be able to see 2 object sides. When you draw an object above the horizon line or below the horizon line, we can see 3 sides of an object. Try to create a page that looks similar to this. Don't copy the objects exactly as they are here, but also try to use different kinds of cubes with different lengths and widths to create something like this. Here's a few different shapes that you can try to work from. These are the easiest. As you progress around the page, you'll find they become harder. This object is actually 3 different drawings put together. Can you draw an object that has holes in? If you're adventurous, you can try some of these. You can also try to write your name as 3-dimensional letters, like on this drawing.